Okay, so get this.
Okay.
We've got this 12-year-old kid, Mark,
Mm-hmm.
and he uses his last 20 bucks to like help out a stranger at the grocery store.
Wow.
It just seems like,
Yeah.
a little act of kindness. Right.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Days later,
Mm-hmm.
that good deed ends up,
Yeah.
leading to a $230,000 donation for his grandmother's surgery.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's wild, right?
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing we're looking at today.
Okay.
Like ultimate acts of kindness and how
Sure.
these like little things can have these huge ripple effects
Yeah.
and change
Ah,
lives in ways you totally wouldn't expect.
that's amazing.
So,
Yeah.
if you've got a kindness story
Mm.
that's like touched your life,
Mm-hmm.
we would love for you to share it in the comments.
Yeah, I think it's so fascinating how,
Yeah.
our actions are just so interconnected.
Yeah.
And, like Mark's story,
Yeah.
it's not just about him being generous. It's like a powerful example of how kindness can like come back you
Yeah.
in these unexpected ways.
Totally.
And it makes you think about like community and how people support each other when things get rough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of like different kinds of kindness,
Okay.
our sources,
Yeah.
they highlight how these acts come in all shapes and sizes.
Right.
So we've got Carly, for example.
Okay.
She's a high school student.
Yeah.
And she like
Uh-huh.
gave up her prom dress money
Wow.
to help a stranger pay a bus
Yeah.
fine.
That's
I know.
that's a big sacrifice for a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Especially with prom coming up. Makes
Yeah.
you wonder, like, what makes someone do something like that?
Yeah.
Is it just, pure being nice, or are there
Right.
other things going on?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
So the guy Carly helped,
Yeah.
he actually surprised her at prom
No.
with a dress. So it's like what goes around comes around.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think Carly's story really shows us
Yeah.
how kindness can, like, keep going. It's
Right.
not just one thing. It's like
Yeah.
inspiring others to do the same,
Yeah.
Like that pay it forward idea.
Totally.
One nice thing leads to a bunch more.
I love that.
Yeah.
And there are more stories.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we've got Felix.
Yep.
He mowed his elderly neighbor's lawn.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. This is like a good deed.
He's like a good neighbor.
Exactly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And when she ends up leaving him this priceless heirloom.
What?
Yeah.
Worth like $250,000.
No way.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
That's a wild one.
So like
Yeah.
it makes you think about
Yeah.
whether kindness should always be just about giving without,
Right.
expecting anything back.
Right.
But maybe
Yeah.
this inheritance thing.
It's not really about the money.
Right.
It's more about the connection they had.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ah.
And while we're talking about kindness in the community,
Okay.
let's talk about Sojourn Church Midtown.
All right.
They're doing this amazing thing.
What's that?
They offer free health clinics for people who don't have insurance.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's really incredible.
It makes you think about
Uh-huh.
how many people don't have affordable health care.
Yeah.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
And they're doing something real about it,
Yeah.
giving people care and hope
Yeah.
who might not have it otherwise.
Yeah. And it's not just basic care.
Oh,
They have volunteer specialists.
wow.
So, like during one clinic,
Yeah.
a nurse noticed something really serious with a patient,
Oh, no.
and she ended up saving their life.
That's amazing.
It's powerful, right?
It really is.
And it makes you think,
Yeah.
how many lives are they touching every day?
Yeah, for sure.
It's really incredible what they're doing.
Absolutely. It shows what communities can do
Yeah.
when they come together.
These stories are so inspiring.
They are.
And hey, don't forget to follow us
Yes.
at AI for the People
Please do.
for more inspiring content like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive.
Yeah.
Let's spread kindness together.
We can do it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're just scratching the surface here
I bet.
of what kindness can really do.
Yeah.
These examples show us that even these tiny gestures,
Yeah.
when we all do them together,
Right.
can make real change in the world.
I love that.
And that's a message we can all carry with us.
Absolutely.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And speaking of amplifying kindness,
Oh, tell me more.
well, remember Carly, the one who gave up the money for her prom dress?
Yeah. Yeah.
So her family, at first,
Mhm.
they were kind of like, really?
Oh, yeah.
They were worried about her missing prom.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's a big deal, right?
Totally. It's a big milestone for teenagers.
Yeah.
It's all about celebrating and making memories.
Right.
So it's natural for her family to, be
Yeah.
concerned.
But her grandmother,
Yeah.
she said something really wise.
What was that?
She said, kindness always comes back.
I like that.
And in this case, it definitely did.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
this belief that's been around forever,
Right.
what you do, good or bad, it comes back to you.
It's true.
And Carly's story really shows that.
Yeah. And it shows that
Yeah.
kindness doesn't just affect the person who receives it.
Right.
It affects everyone who sees it,
Yeah.
Carly's family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
They saw how selfless she was,
Yeah.
and they started being more generous themselves.
That's so cool. It's like
Yeah.
kindness is contagious or something.
Sure.
You see someone being compassionate,
Yeah.
and it makes you want to do the same.
Right. Exactly.
Like a chain reaction.
Yeah. And speaking of chain reactions,
Okay.
remember those clinics at Sojourn Church Midtown?
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't just about helping the patients.
Uh-huh.
It brought the whole community together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Broke down barriers,
It's like when you have a shared purpose,
Yeah,
it brings people together,
totally.
no matter what their background is.
It's true.
Reminds us that we're all human.
And the volunteers, they
Yeah.
were so inspired
Mm.
that they started supporting other causes too.
Wow.
Like this amazing web of good deeds.
So it wasn't just about the clinics themselves.
Right.
It was about creating this whole culture of compassion
Yeah.
that spreads out into everything.
It's incredible what can happen
Yeah,
when we choose kindness.
totally.
And hey, if you're enjoying this deep dive,
Yes.
don't forget to share your own stories in the comments.
Yeah, we want to hear them.
Let's spread kindness together.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
don't forget to follow us at AI for the People for more content like this.
So going back to something we talked about earlier,
Okay.
the impact of these acts,
Yeah.
not just on the person receiving the kindness,
Right.
but on the giver too.
Mm-hmm.
And even the people who just see it happening.
It's like kindness transforms everyone. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Like Carly with her prom dress.
Mm-hmm.
Her kindness didn't just help Rick.
Right.
It inspired her family and friends
Yeah, exactly.
to be more generous.
It's like leading by example,
Yeah.
It really works.
And with Sojourn Church Midtown,
Yeah.
the volunteers,
Uh-huh.
they were so touched by the experience
Mm-hmm.
that they went on to support other causes,
Wow.
spreading kindness even further.
It's the power of service.
Yeah.
You help others, but you also change yourself.
Right.
It makes you more empathetic, more grateful.
Yeah.
You see how connected we all are?
It's like that saying,
What's that?
kindness is contagious.
I love that.
One act can inspire so many others
Yeah.
and change whole communities.
Absolutely. It's like a ripple effect.
And sometimes those ripples come back to us.
Right.
Remember Mark?
The 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He paid for those groceries.
Yeah.
And it led to a donation that saved his grandmother's life.
It's like what goes around comes around.
Yeah, it's like the universe rewards kindness.
Maybe, or maybe it's just how the world works.
Right.
We're all connected when we're kind to others.
Mhm.
We create a better world for everyone,
I love that.
including ourselves.
Yeah, it reminds us that
Yeah.
kindness isn't just about doing good for others.
Right.
It's about making a better world for all of us.
A world where we're all connected.
Yeah.
We all belong.
As we head to the last part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a question.
All right.
In a world that feels so divided,
Mm-hmm.
how can you be a bridge builder through kindness?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
It makes you think about how we can look past our differences and see our shared humanity.
Exactly.
It's about getting out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
and being kind to people who are different from you.
And it reminds us
Mm.
that even the smallest acts of kindness
Yeah,
can have a huge impact.
they really can.
So let's think about that
Yeah.
as we wrap up this exploration.
I can't wait to hear what our listeners think.
Me too.
And don't forget to subscribe for our next episode.
Welcome back to AI for the People.
It's been really something, right?
It has.
Exploring these stories, they're incredible.
Yeah.
They remind us that,
Yeah.
even with all the crazy stuff in life,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much power in just being kind.
Yeah.
They show us
Yeah.
that we can all make a difference,
Okay.
no matter how small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Mark and his $20 at the grocery store,
Oh,
leading to that huge donation for his grandma.
it's amazing.
And Carly giving up her prom dress money.
Right.
And then all that generosity that followed.
It shows you little things can have big effects.
Totally. And don't forget,
Right.
Sojourn Church Midtown.
Oh, yeah. Those clinics.
Yeah. And their work helping people without insurance.
It's a great example
Yeah.
of how communities can come together.
Yeah, and really address these big
It's a
problems.
duo of kindness and compassion.
And these stories show us
Yeah.
kindness isn't about some big dramatic gesture or waiting for the perfect moment.
It's the everyday stuff.
Yeah, it's about those little choices we make to help someone out, make them smile.
It's about seeing each other as human.
Yeah.
And just wanting to help.
So before we wrap up,
Okay.
let's go back to that question.
The one about being a bridge builder.
Yeah, in a world that feels so divided,
Right.
how can you be a bridge builder through kindness?
It makes you think, right?
Yeah.
About how we can
Yeah.
choose compassion over just not caring
Right.
and understanding instead of judging. It's about reaching out to people who are different from us.
Exactly. It's about realizing
Yeah.
that even the smallest act
Mm-hmm.
can make a difference.
And inspire others to do the same.
We encourage you.
Yeah.
Share your stories of kindness in the comments.
Let's keep inspiring each other.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
follow us at AI for the People.
For more inspiring content.
And subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive.
We'll see you then.
Until then, remember,
Yeah.
kindness is a superpower.
It really is.
We all have it.
Let's use it.
Let's make the world a better place.
One act at a time.
One act at a time.